Hey everybody, what's going on? We are back in front of the camera after taking a little bit of a hiatus, and we are here with a little bit more of a relaxed show to talk about Fallout 76 and everything we know going forward before launch. So,
let's talk about this. Yeah, we're really excited about this game getting ready to come out here before too long. It's going to come out in beta, or open beta.
Closed beta.
Closed beta during October. They're going to be doing a lot of stress testing and that kind of stuff. And then it's going to be released, I think, November 14th.
Yeah, that's the planned release there right now.
So they're going to be working on the servers and that kind of stuff and make sure it's all up to snuff. And a lot of the information that we have here, we're going to be going over with you guys. We're going to start off with the servers, actually. The number of people that you're going to actually be able to have on the server at any given time is going to be 24 people.
Yeah.
So the number of people that you're going to be running into is going to be pretty sparse.
Yeah, they said the world size per server is 4 times of what the size the world was in Fallout 4. There's only going to be 24 players per server, and one thing they're doing differently with this being a survival game, unlike Ark, Daisy, any other survival game, is that you don't choose your server. When you log in, the game puts you in whatever server it wants to put you in, and that's the server you're in. So there is no picking a low population server or picking and choosing. They say there is no private servers planned on launch either. So server size is interesting. With only 24 people, that's a pretty big world for only 24 people to be a part of.
Yeah, I could definitely see that number increasing.
I would say at 60. 60 would probably be
Cause, yeah, it's such a massive amount of space, and it's I don't know. I don't know if that number is really going to make it that fun to play with at start. For as far as the people really interested in PvP, wanting to have a lot of interactions with other people. Mm-hmm. Speaking of interactions with other people, it sounds like the majority of the interactions that they're counting on for this game is going to be with other players. You're still going to have some NPCs to run into, give you the kind of quests and stuff, but you're not going to have dialogue options. You're going to really be able to talk with them. You're going to be able to run into them, they're going to say something, and they're going to send you on a quest. That's what we're gathering so far. And could work, but if you're going to rely on people to make the game, you got to have people
in the game.
So,
yeah, I think definitely it's kind of a double-edged sword. It kind of contradicts. It's a contradicting argument. They want to limit the amount of people to 24, but at the same time they only want interactions to be with other people. That kind of doesn't make any sense. Now, obviously, you're going to be partied with your friends. If you and your friends jump into a game, you all are going to be in the same server together. So, I definitely could see them increasing it to 60 players at some point in time.
Now, you can have up to 4 people in your party. It'll be you and 3 other people.
Yeah.
And so it could be up to 6 teams.
Yeah, I get that works.
6 teams of 4, which is a fairly good amount. You know, if you guys are always on there with the same people, you could have some sort of a hierarchy or whatever, but you're not going to have that. You're going to have your base, and then every time you log on, you're going to be finding other people wanting to come get you.
Yes.
Which, that part I really do like, because you never really have that certainty that you're going to get on there and everything's going to be fine, because there could be somebody else on there who's getting ready to just wreck you. Which,
that brings us to the next thing, the PvP, the griefing, and the trolling.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of PvP on this one, actually. However, they've done really, really good things with this. I'm really impressed. The PvP will not be active until level 5. So,
no spawn camping.
Exactly. So as soon as you step out of the vault, there won't be anybody sitting there waiting to just pop you off and take all of the loot that you don't have.
Yeah.
Because you can't be attacked until level 5.
Yeah, and even after you're level 5, it's really interesting how they're doing this too. If somebody shoots at you, it's going to be like getting slapped in the face. It's not going to be it's going to hurt you, but it's not going to kill you instantly. Right. And only until you retaliate does the full scale of the PvP actually kick in.
Yeah, instead of an actual confirmation.
Yeah.
Do you want to fight this person? Until you fire back.
Yeah.
They're just going to be like throwing pebbles at you, basically. But this is actually another really cool thing. They can still kill you. However, they don't really want to.
Yeah. This prevents, or it won't prevent it, obviously, but this is going to deter the trolling and the griefing. If somebody gets killed and wasn't engaging in PvP, the person that killed them is then listed as a murderer. They are marked on the map for anybody in the server to see with what's a red star.
Yes.
With a red star, they become wanted. The more wanted they are, the bigger the bounty is on their heads. And get this, the bounty comes out of that person's pocket. So if somebody's griefing you and they continue to grief you and you decide, okay, I want retaliation, you can hunt that person down and get a good chunk of change, and it comes right out of their pocket.
And you get, I believe, double experience for getting a revenge kill on somebody. The person who is marked as a murderer gets no experience, no gold or money or whatever, or anything like that. They basically, they're just walking around as targets. So they're really working on trying to get rid of griefing and stuff on there. I really, really like that part of it. So major kudos to Bethesda for that one. Moving on, we have a lot of the Fallout classics. So you have the special, the strength, as a perception, all the different stats and stuff on there. I forget my ignorance.
Charisma.
That's...
Which they said charisma is going to give a skill boost.
Instead of charisma working for the NPCs, as we said earlier, you're not going to be able to actually converse with NPCs the way you normally would. There's no real dialogue options. You can't change the story as far as what their portion of it is. So instead, what they're going to do is make it team-based. So for your charisma points, if you have a skill, which we'll get to that in a second, it's going to increase the effect that it has on you and your party. So they're found a way to incorporate your stats into a multiplayer setting. As far as the perks and stuff goes, they're going to be changing that to, instead of like the board like they had in Fallout 4, instead they're going to be cards.
The perk pack cards, which we discussed this when they announced it. It wasn't too long ago that they actually announced the card system. A lot of people were hesitant about it because they're thinking, oh, this is pay to win. It's going to be people buying because you get these packs of cards, and those are what your perks are. Now, they've said you are not going to be able to buy these perks with real money. You're going to have to get them through events and leveling. And they also said that you can give one card to your team, but they don't actually have a trading system set up yet, but that's something they're hoping to implement. That's something I really, really hope we get. I hope we get a trading system. The
cards, they're cards. You have to have a trading system.
Oh, and duplicates level them up.
Yes, and from what I can tell, it has to be the same level. These perks level up, or you can find level up, you can get level up cards or something. I don't know how it works yet. But in order to level them up farther, say you have 2 cards at level 1 for getting rid of hunger. You can then combine them, make it a level 2 card.
So you get an increased buff, or So.
And then after that, next we have base building. This one's going to be a really interesting way that they do all this. The base building aspect of all this, as you're going through, much like in Fallout 4, you can go around, you can gather junk. And the junk is going to be the primary source that you're going to want to go after, instead of weapons or anything like that. This is how you're going to be building your bases. As a matter of fact, when the people kill you, they're not going to be able to take anything except for your junk. As of right now, I believe that's what it was.
Unless you're wanted, then they get your caps too.
Exactly, so don't kill people. Don't be a jerk. But as you go through and you start building your bases and everything, some really cool stuff that they've added in for this. As you build your base, you're going to be making a blueprint of everything that you do in there. And the blueprint comes into play in a couple of different ways. As you're going through, there's sources of materials throughout the world. There's, I believe, mining. There's something about aluminum being able to be gathered, farming, that kind of stuff. So at any point in time, if you want to, you can gather up your entire base via the blueprints and transfer it to someplace else.
And if it gets destroyed, you still have your blueprint on what you need to rebuild it the way it was when it got destroyed. As well as when you log off, your base goes with you, which I actually was hesitant about that at first when I heard it, because with Ark and the other survival games, the fact that you could log in and everything be destroyed is kind of part of the fun. But I understand their reasoning behind wanting to do it this way, because you are going to be moving from server to server depending on what instance you're in or who you're playing with, depending on where the game wants you to be. So they don't want your base to be stuck in one server while you're on another. So rather than your base still be there when you log off, your base is gone too. So you don't have to worry about logging in and losing all of your stuff. Kind of hit or miss. It's kind of a good idea. I think it'll help a lot of the newer players or casual players. Some hardcore players might be a little upset with this, as they like to be punished. But
they're really weird people. But it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. I think it's going to be a learning experience because it's not something that I'm really familiar with. I didn't get to do a whole lot of the base building on Fallout 4. It wasn't an overly interesting aspect for me because there wasn't really much of a point.
Yeah.
I never got attacked once on any of my settlements, except for like the ones on the outer edges. I mean, I'll let them all die. They don't matter. But the portion about that your base disappearing whenever you log off actually comes into play with your friends playing with you as well.
Yeah.
Because as you're building your bases, you can actually build with your friends. From what I believe that you have like a set amount that you can actually build inside of a space, and your friend can build with you in a combined base area, but their portion of the base will not show up if they're not online.
Yeah.
So you can get on there, you can do all of your stuff, you can build up your base however you want to, but if they're not online, you don't have access to their stuff.
Yeah.
If you're both online, I believe you have access to both players' stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be important to keep in mind if you're going to have a specialist on the team or something like that. Make sure that they're going to be
online when you need them. But it does bring up a question though with the next point that we're getting into with the nukes. Now, obviously, a lot of people knew about the nukes early on when they announced Fallout 76. You were going to be able to find pieces of launch codes. Once you got all the launch codes, you could launch nukes. Now, how does that work if you log off and your base goes with you? If you see a nuke's coming for you, I mean, what do you do?
Well, that's like the ultimate defense, right?
Is there automatically a way to keep people from being able to take their base if they have a nuke attack launched at them?
Unless there's just not enough time to log off, but they specifically mentioned in the
that
article
you see it coming.
You can look up and see it coming.
Yeah, so
if you can see it coming, generally there's a way to vamoose out of there fast enough in order to be able to be okay.
So yeah, I'm really interested to see if they're going to.
Yeah.
What their plans are, if to prevent people from just saying, oh, somebody's bombing us, and then because from what I'm gathering, these launch codes are not exactly easy to get. You have to find pieces of them, and they're scattered all around the world. Now the world is going to be set up very much like World of Warcraft or any other MMO, where there's certain level areas. Like, okay, this part of the world's full, like level 40 to 60 monsters. I'm only level 20. I shouldn't go in there. That kind of stuff. So. And they mentioned that alongside talking about the nuke launch codes. So obviously they're not going to be super easy to get. So hopefully they find a way to deter people from being able to just log off to save their base and save their own skin.
Yeah, I would actually kind of like it if somebody launches a nuke at your base. You're not able to fully log out.
Yeah. Until
after the attack is over. It seems a little excessive, but
you can log out, but your base isn't going with you this time.
Yeah,
you got like a cooldown period of 30 seconds after you log off to where your base actually.
Yeah, there's got to be something in place. I mean, as hard as those are to get, I'm assuming there's got to be a way to prevent it from just being wasted.
Yeah,
that being said, also I'm really interested to see if as you're going through collecting all these notes and everything, once you actually have access to a full nuke. Is there a way that you can kind of store up the number of nukes that you have access to?
Man.
Or, can somebody sit there and just stockpile 12 nukes, and effectively end the server,
We're going to find out.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Yes.
But you have to wonder also, they say if you murder somebody, you get a bounty. If you send a nuke to somebody, does that count as griefing? Is that going to be counted as the...
It's like the best form of griefing that we have available on Fallout, so I don't see why it really wouldn't count, but
I mean, would that give you a wanted thing? If you nuke somebody, are you going to be wanted, or are they going to consider that, okay, that's part of the game?
It almost had to be. It would almost have to be, because, I mean, if you kill somebody without them fighting back, they're not going to fight back against a nuke. They can't shoot at you.
Yeah.
So,
unless it's a revenge kill. Which that would be
actually.
That would be pretty epic.
Yeah. Lots to find out.
Launch all 12. We only need one. I don't care.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his dog dead. Do it all. Yeah, so that one's going to be a lot of fun. If you can't tell, we're really excited about getting.
Yeah, a lot of people have been pretty hesitant about Fallout 76. A lot of people giving it a lot of negative thoughts. Oh, I can't believe this game ruins Fallout. The other Fallout games still exist. Yeah. If you want to play the other Fallout games, play the other Fallout games. For me, this was very interesting from the moment I heard about it. I mean, I always thought the idea of a Fallout multiplayer MMO would be awesome. And I mean, they worked on one there for a while. It kind of got shut down. So yeah, I way for it. The whole Fallout having its own survival MMO, yeah, sign
Absolutely.
me up. I mean, it's the perfect world for that. So
It is. Fallout, even on the single players, it's all about social interaction.
yeah,
How you deal with the raiders, how you deal with other NPCs and all that.
and now you can be the Raiders.
Exactly.
Now you can
Which
become a
we
mutant.
will. So, yeah.
I don't know. I don't want that red star above my head.
I'm going to have that red star multiple times. I can almost guarantee it. Not because I'm a griefer, but because I have been that guy so many times that's been on the receiving end of it. I just want to know what it's like. So, is it worth it? We'll find out.
Now,
I'm
do you
sure.
get put in debt if you you kill somebody and you become wanted and you have a red star and you have no caps, so they kill you? Do you
Oh,
become
then
like
tax collectors get sent after you with their hitmen.
you get audited like 3 days later? You're sitting in your base and this dude in a suit looks like the guy that sells you the Fallout 4 comes up and is like, "Hey, you're being audited."
He just steals your base and the blueprints. That would suck so hard.
And your power armor. He repos it. He repos it.
The repo man.
It gets put back on the. There needs to be a black, or not a black market, but like a repossession auction. This power armor has been repoed. It's only been used twice. Still has that new power armor smell.
Bethesda, we know you're watching. Please implement something along these lines. That would be amazing. Yes. I would suck to have it happen, but yes. Moving on, regrettably, the longevity of the game.
Longevity of the game. Okay, so they have said that they want this game to last till the end of time. Now, when I first heard this, I thought, first thing, red flag, Destiny. We were promised 10 years with Destiny. That never happened, and now we got... But there's major points here. One, this is Bethesda. It's not Activision. Bethesda's done really well with their stuff in the past.
Yeah,
So
they put up.
And another thing was his comment when he expanded on what he meant by that was that if you look today and you see Fallout 4, Fallout 3, New Vegas, Skyrim, all those games, hundreds of thousands of people still play those games today and play them every day. And what he meant by that, by the end of time, didn't necessarily mean they're going to continue to roll out content till the end of time. He did say they have a long stream of content ready to come out for the game and to continue going into the game, but he says he just wants people to continue playing this game and enjoying it until the end of time. So I definitely could see this game, if they gave us content for the next 6 years, I could see it lasting 12, 15 years, especially if it's a PC game and they improve on the engine and they expand and they phase out the older consoles eventually and go onto the newer consoles. And
I see it kind of being something like RuneScape.
yeah, RuneScape's been around forever.
Yeah. they came out with new content for quite a while. Back when we were in high school, we were playing that game, and it was still fairly old back then.
Using a proxy to play it in the middle of AV Club, yeah.
Yes. But I mean, I could see it being something kind of like that. They had content come out for a good while, and then you don't hear anything about it, but the game is still there. You can still get on there.
Well, they've got two versions now. They got the old one that we used to play growing up, and now they've got a new version, which doesn't look that much better than the old one, but it's around. A lot of people don't prefer the new one, obviously, because nostalgia reasons. The old one's
old school.
Yeah.
So it could be something kind of like that, but it sounds like they've got a really good plan in place, and as long as they are able to explain exactly what it is when they meet stuff like that, like he did.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to do pretty good by us.
Yeah.
On that one.
Until the end of time, I don't know about that, but
chose his words poorly.
I would say that we will get at least 5 years out of this game.
I could see it.
I could see more. I could see more than 5 years, but I could say minimum. I could see 5 years probably with this game.
Yeah.
Now I know a lot of the Fallout players have boycotted the game because it ruins Fallout. I don't know how it ruins Fallout whatsoever. It's got a story. It fits into the narrative of the game. Fits into the narrative of the world, and
I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you real quick. That's another point that we did skip. There is a main storyline to this.
Yes. Yeah, there is.
And from what they were saying, it's actually going to be fairly lengthy. You can't just go through and beat it by level 20 or 30. I don't know the leveling system they have in it. They said that you are going to have to be fairly high level before you can actually complete the quest.
But you do get launch codes when you complete the main quest.
There you go.
You get one set of launch codes.
Yeah, so you can have a lot of fun with it for a couple seconds. But so yeah, they do have plans for it. It's not just going to be get on there, kill your friends. That's it. There is an actual story. There is going to be a reason to get on there and play.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm the type of person I don't like. Anytime I play a game like Elder Scrolls, Fallout, I find items, and then even if I go and I get new items, I don't want to get rid of the items that I've had. I like to, and I don't like to use them, especially when they're consumables. I don't like to use them. Like, but I may need this. But I may need this. So I'm gonna have like 50 launch codes. Like, can we just use one? I might need it, Nathan.
Yeah,
I might.
Exactly. No, I'm the kind of guy that shows up at the final boss fight on Final Fantasy IX with 99 Phoenix Minions. So no reason to have. Well, okay, anybody that knows them, if you get Ico on there. But anyway. Side tangent. Show up. Cause we're fully intending to get on there and be doing a fair few playthroughs on this one.
Oh yeah, we're going to be in the beta right now. We're trying to figure out what platform to buy the beta on. We've been looking at the pre-order pages and looking at all the cool stuff. We even looked at they've got some Nuka Dark Rum that we're going to try to get a bottle of.
Absolutely, yes.
And for our playthrough, but we don't know what platform we're going to get it on. It depends. If we got a couple phone calls we got to try to make, and hopefully we'll be able to get his PC upgraded. If we get his PC upgraded, we're just going to go that route.
Flat out, yeah. But anyway, guys, leave us a comment down below if you're excited about it, or if you're not. Let us know either way. Will you be watching when we do our playthrough?
Well, hopefully we're going to be streaming it too. We've managed to ghetto-rig my internet to give us enough speed to hopefully stream this game. So hopefully by then we'll be able to do maybe a 24-hour live stream.
Oh god, that'd be worth it. Yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'd have to find a babysitter.
That'd be fine. Yeah,
but
I'll have to call in. I can live with that. Anyway, guys, let us know. And if you're going to be playing as well, let us know what platform you're going to be playing on.
Yeah,
talk to us about it.
Let us know your thoughts. And if you like this video and want to see more, please click that red subscribe button. If you want to know anytime Nathan or I upload any videos, please click that bell icon. YouTube doesn't really give notifications out anymore unless that bell's clicked. So, but that's all the time we got for this one. Sorry, this was more of a laid-back kind of one, but we decided we didn't want to put a whole lot of effort into setting up the green screen to have an honest conversation, because usually that involves us standing, and this was a long video to film. So,
yeah. Anyway, so we'll see you all next time, and have a good one.
See ya.